Yeah. Yeah. Hello, dear students. So next, let me continue next part of mirror. So that is a spherical mirror. Anyhow, for a plane mirror, I covered so many things. Now let me cover spherical mirror. Now in this session, let me cover some basic things related to spherical mirror, which are important for your board exams and other things. So read on the heading spherical mirror. Yeah. See, spherical mirror nothing but a small part of a hollow sphere. Okay, spherical mirror is nothing but a, just imagine a hollow sphere. See, this is the hollow sphere, and C is the center of curvature of the hollow sphere. Okay, the small portion of a hollow sphere in which the inner part is reflected, means if this part is polished, then this part is, if whatever the light is incident on this, it is going to be reflected, and this is a center of curvature. Okay, if the reflecting part is towards the center of curvature of a hollow sphere, then that mirror we can call it as concave spherical mirror. Concave spherical mirror. Let me give some basics idea. Okay, reflecting part of mirror is towards the center of curvature of a hollow sphere. Okay, for suppose in this hollow sphere, okay, and this is C is the center of curvature. Okay, and this side is polished. If the reflecting part of, okay, if the reflecting part is away from the center of the hollow sphere, then this is said to be convex spherical mirror. Okay, so in concave spherical mirror, reflecting part is towards center of curvature. In convex spherical mirror, see, this is concave. Convex spherical mirror, reflecting part is away from center of hollow sphere. Okay, here in general we can draw like this. Okay, so this is concave spherical mirror, with C is the center of curvature, and this is convex spherical mirror. Okay, with C is center of curvature. The midpoint of the mirror we can call it as a pole. So this is also pole. The distance between center of curvature to the pole we can call it as radius of curvature. The distance between pole to the center of curvature, call it as radius of curvature. Very basics. Generally, radius of curvature for concave spherical mirror is negative, and radius of curvature for convex spherical mirror is positive. Okay, we are going to follow some sign conventions. I will do everything in detail. So these are some basic idea about spherical mirror. So spherical mirror is a small part of a hollow sphere. One side is polished, other side is going to be reflected. If the reflecting surface is towards the center of curvature, then it is said to be a concave mirror. If the reflecting surface is away from center of curvature, then it is said to be a convex mirror. Okay, this concave convex mirror produces images. Okay, sometimes it may produces real image, enlarged image, diminished image, small images. Okay, maybe it may produces virtual image. Okay, at different situations it will produces different nature of images. So let me continue all those things in detail. So draw this one. Now, and radius of curvature is clear. Okay. See, if I take a concave mirror, see this is the concave mirror whose center of curvature is towards the center of a hollow sphere, and this midpoint of the mirror called as a pole. If any parallel beam of light is incident on the concave mirror, if any parallel beam of light is incident on the concave mirror, then no doubt after reflection, see this light ray undergo reflection, means you have to draw a normal at this point. You have to draw a normal at this point. Whatever the line which is touches the center, that becomes a normal line. This is the normal line. You have to draw normal here also, so I am not drawing. So if we draw a normal, then light ray undergo reflection. After reflection, it will strike somewhere. After reflection, it will strikes here. After reflection, this also strikes here. This will be strikes back. After reflection, these light rays will meet at a particular point. This fixed point we can call it as principal focus. No doubt in case of concave mirror, the principal focus is a real point. So this is the real principal focus, and the distance between focus point to the pole we can call it as focal length. Focal length. For suppose if I use convex mirror, see this is the convex mirror. Okay, if any light is strikes here, okay, R is common, okay, it will be reflected back. One more light ray, if it is strikes the surface of the mirror, it undergo reflection. Okay, if I extend back, here this is the one point, here and this is the principal focus in case of convex mirror. So this is the virtual principal focus in case of convex mirror. So this is virtual point, this is a real point. Okay, virtual, real, and the distance between principal focus to the pole, anyhow it is called as a focal length. So for a sign conventions, we will take focal length is negative. Here we will take focal length is positive. Okay, focal length is negative, focal length is positive. And while solving problems also, we will follow some sign conventions. If they given concave mirror, focal length we can take it as a negative. For a convex mirror, positive. Radius of curvature for concave, we are going to take negative. For convex, positive. So generally all the distances are measured from pole. See some sign convention notations. All the distances we are going to measure from pole, and distances measured in the direction of light rays, distances measured in the direction of light rays are taken as positive, opposite to the light rays are taken as negative. So keep the sign convention in mind, very basic. Distances measured in the direction of light rays, we are going to take positive. Opposite to the light rays, we will take negative. Sometimes we will take upward heights, okay, height of object, height of images. Heights above the principal axis, anyhow you know this one, this is called as a principal axis. Okay, the line passing through the pole is called as a principal axis. Heights above principal axis we will take as a positive. Heights below principal axis we will take it as a negative. So these are some basic sign conventions. So all the distances are measured from pole. Distances measured in the direction of light rays are taken as positive, and opposite to the light rays are taken as negative. Heights above principal axis are taken as positive and heights below principal axis are taken as negative. And see, if you place the object at different positions, concave convex mirrors will produce different nature of images. So let me draw very few. Okay, see, for suppose okay, there are so many diagrams, but let me draw the main diagrams that what we required. See, this is the concave mirror. Okay, now let me draw one or two, not much more, so many are there. If the object is at infinity, see, this is the center of curvature. If the object is at infinity, that object will emit light rays in all directions. So whatever the light is there at infinity, some parallel beam of light is coming from that point. So let us suppose some parallel beam of light is coming. Okay, here one of the beam of light passing through center, that is undeviated. So this is also the rule. Light ray passing through center of curvature will be reflected back. Like a ball hits a wall, it will come back. Whatever the light ray passes through center will be reflected back. And one more light ray passing through the principal focus. One more light ray passing through principal focus and strikes the mirror surface. If the light ray passes through the principal focus, no doubt after reflection it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Just now you know, if a parallel beam of light strikes the mirror, after reflection that has to strike set principal focus. Now here I take in reverse. If a light ray coming from infinity passes through the principal focus, strikes the mirror surface, then after reflection it is parallel to the principal axis. Okay, now here you will get some image. Okay, the image is not clear, let me draw perfectly. See, this is the image. The size of the image is very small. Okay, you are going to get some real image. Okay, you will get, if the object is at infinity, we will get a real inverted diminished small image. So we will get a real inverted diminished small image. So maintain a point. If object is at infinity, then the nature of the image is real inverted and very small. Okay, write down the one more diagram, draw one more diagram, speed up. Let us place the object between infinity and center of curvature. So write down the next point. Let me place an object between infinity and center of curvature. See, this is the center of curvature. Now I am placing an object like this, an object of size something HO. Okay, so if I place the object between infinity and center of curvature, no doubt one of the light ray passes through the center undeviated. Okay, light ray passes through the center, it will be reflected back. Okay, now one more light ray passing parallel to the principal axis, and once the parallel beam of light strikes the mirror surface, after reflection it has to focus at principal point. So you will get This is the image. The size is not same. Okay, don't think the size is same. The size is different. Now here also you will get a real. Write down. The nature of image is real, inverted, and diminished in between f and c. The nature of image is real, no doubt real, inverted. Size not same, don't think size is same. I will tell you when size is same. Real, inverted, diminished, in between principal focus and center of curvature. Okay, in between principal focus and center of curvature. Okay, this is case when object is placed between center of curvature and infinity. Now let me place the object at the center of curvature for a concave mirror. So simple diagrams you try to practice from any books. Now this is the C, center of curvature. Now I am placing an object here. No doubt, see, at C I am taking. If I see one of the light ray parallel to the center, it is undeviated. Okay, so one more, let me draw. One more I want to draw, which is strikes the pole. Okay, if it is incident with an angle theta, no doubt it will be reflected with the same angle. Okay, you can draw one more diagram also. But here, if I extend almost the size of image which is equivalent to size of object. So if this is something 1 meter, this is also 1 meter. Now maintain a point. Okay, we can draw one more ray also. So if you want one more ray, now after that it has to strikes. This is principal focus. Okay, so if the size of the object is something 1 meter, size of image also 1 meter. So maintain a point. If the object is placed at center of curvature of any mirror, okay, center of curvature of a concave mirror, then the image is real, inverted, and size is equal to object. Real, inverted, and size is equals to object. Okay, size is same. Image size, object size is same, but real inverted. Now let me place. Is it visible everything? Yeah, it's visible clearly, so no problem. Now let me draw one more. Very simple. If the object will comes closer to the mirror, image size goes on increases. If you move the candle towards the mirror, image will move away from the mirror. Okay, and the size of the image no doubt increases. Here also the same thing. Let me take the object, or let me place the object in between center of curvature, and if the object is placed between C and F, image will be enlarged. Of course, image is real, but size is increases. Okay, if the object is at infinity, size of the image is real, inverted, small. If the object is closer to the mirror, image size goes on increases. Whenever you place the object at the center of curvature, image size is inverted, real, but the size is same. If you move towards the focus, okay, if you move the object in between center of curvature and principal focus, image is real, inverted, enlarged. First, suppose if the object is placed within the principal focus, or if you want to place at the principal focus, okay, if you place at the principal focus, image will be formed at infinity. Okay, if you place the object at principal focus, image will be large and at infinity. Now let me place if object is placed within the principal focus. See, this is the center of curvature and let us suppose this is F. If I place it here, okay, if I place it at this point, image is formed at infinity. So, okay, if you want to place, see, for suppose if I place it here, okay, then this light ray comes like this, parallel. One more light ray strikes this one, parallel. See, there are two parallel rays. Image is formed at infinity. If the object is placed at principal focus, image is formed at infinity, real, inverted, and very large. So the nature of image is real. The nature of image is real, inverted, and very large at infinity. Okay. Now let me place object within the principal focus. If the object is placed within the principal focus, so this is an important diagram. If the object is placed within the principal focus, see, this is the center of curvature and this is the principal focus. Let me place an object here. No doubt one of the light rays strikes the pole and reflected like this. If it is something 1 degree, it will also make 1 degree. One more will strikes the mirror. Once the parallel beam of light is strikes the mirror, after reflection it has to strike at principal focus. See, this is the principal focus. So now let me draw once again. Just a minute, let me speed up. See, this is C, this is F. Now I am placing an object here. One of the light ray strikes the surface, one more parallel beam of light. After that it undergo reflection. It has to pass through the principal focus. No, if I extend this light rays backward, see, these two are not parallel exactly, these two are not parallel. If I extend, I will get inverted, see, I will get an enlarged virtual image. Okay, so if the object is within the principal focus, the nature of image is virtual, enlarged. Okay, so in one situation, concave mirror produces a virtual image. When it produces virtual image means if the object is placed within the principal focus, then the nature of image is virtual. Okay, so the nature of image is virtual, enlarged, and behind the mirror. Is it visible other side? So the nature of image is virtual, enlarged, and behind the mirror. So this is most important. If you draw the same diagram for a convex mirror, in every situation convex mirror produces a virtual inverted images. Okay, so convex mirror always produces a virtual image. Wherever may be the object, it produces a virtual. Yeah. See the one more derivation, a relation between F and R. So we can derive the relation between focal length and radius by using concave mirror and also by using convex mirror. So for let me use concave mirror. See, this is the concave mirror whose radius of curvature is R. Whose radius of curvature is R. And this is the pole. Let me draw pole here. And C is the center of curvature. Let us suppose a parallel beam of light strikes the concave mirror whose focal length is F. Very easy derivation. Whatever the line which is drawn to the center is a normal line. This is normal. Let us suppose it makes an angle theta. If this is theta, this also theta. Alternate opposite angles, mirror angles. As the parallel beam of light strikes the mirror, it undergo reflection. No doubt it is incidenting on the mirror at this M with an angle of incidence theta. So after that it undergo reflection, and no doubt it strikes principal focus. Okay. And if angle of incidence is theta, according to law of reflection, angle of reflection also theta. Now the total angle turned by the reflected ray is 2 theta. You know already, if the mirror is turned by an angle theta, a reflected ray turned by an angle 2 theta. You know well. So this is 2 theta and this is also 2 theta. Okay, use geometry and very easy, this is nothing. And the distance between F and P is focal length, radius of curvature and P is R. Use geometry, you will get the relation between F and R. So if I draw a normal, okay, MP, actually I have to take PP dash, okay, neglect this small thing, MP. From triangle MPF, triangle MPF, tan 2 theta approximately MP by PF, MP by PF. Okay, angles are very small, it is less than 5 degrees. So for small angles, tan theta we can replace it as 2 theta MP by PF. Okay, and use one more triangle MPC. Okay, so MPC we can write tan theta is equal to MP by PC, MP by PC. So for small angles, theta is equals to MP by PC. Substitute theta value here. Anyhow we know 2 theta is equals to MP by PF. See, I am using so many steps for understanding point of view only. MP by PC. So MP by PF. See, my target is to cover NCERT derivation also. That's why I am extending each and every step. So MP, use sign convention for PC. P2C is minus R because I am using concave mirror, minus R. P2F is minus F for a concave mirror, focal length is negative. So finally F is equals to, we got R by 2. So this is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature of a mirror. It is applicable for concave mirror, of course it is applicable for convex mirror also. Okay. Now let me do one more equation, let me do fast now, mirror equation. So take this one, easy derivations, it's there in NCERT. So let me finish one more small topic, mirror equation. Next I am going to continue variety of concepts and basic some problems. Like how I started the plane mirror, the same way I started. Basics are started. So this class almost basic. Okay, NCERT derivations. Write down one more heading, a relation between FUV for a spherical mirror, UVF for a spherical mirror, relation between UVF for a spherical mirror, or we can also call it as mirror equation. Only formula important for entrance point of view, derivations useful for your subjective exams. Okay, those who are attempting board exams, for them derivation is important. So remaining students has to see the formula. Again, for our convenience I am using concave spherical mirror. Okay, let us consider a concave spherical mirror. See, this is the concave spherical mirror. whose radius of curvature is r, whose focal length is f. Okay, now this is the principal axis and C is the center of curvature. C is the center of curvature. Let me place an object in between infinity and C. This is an object. Let me call it as A, B. Is left side is visible? A, B. A, B. Okay. So one of the light ray passes through the center, clear. Let me take somewhat better. So let me take this one as a C. One of the light ray strikes the center and reflected back. Okay. One more light ray parallel to the principal axis. No doubt, as the light ray parallel to the principal axis, it undergo a reflection and it will be focused at principal focus. This is F. See, observe diagram carefully. P to F is small f. P to C R. P to C is R. Object distance, let me take U. From the pole, all the distances are measured from pole, and here an inverted image is formed. Okay, inverted image will be formed. Let me take, this is A dash. Still diagram is very small now, no problem, try to adjust it. A dash, B dash. Okay, A dash, B dash. Let me draw once again to get some big diagram. So let me draw once again, because very small, I don't know whether it is visible to you or not. Let me do fast. See, this is the concave mirror. And let me take center here. And here I am placing an object A, B, okay, try to adjust this diagram. This is P, this is F, R, and here the image is inverted and very small. A dash, B dash. Okay. See, there are so many triangles. If I take this is something M, and if I take a normal, let me take this is P. Of course, P dash I have to take. Almost this is a pole. That's why let me avoid one P dash symbol extra. See, there are so many triangles. 1 triangle, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Object distance is U from pole. Image distance from pole. Okay, just for understanding point of view, I taken P here. Okay, I have to take P dash P. Instead of that, this is P. The small gap I am neglecting. So that's not a problem. V is the image distance. Use some triangles. MPF. Triangle. Some similar triangles. MPF. Right to left I am following. MPF and F. A dash B dash F, A dash B dash F, height by height, base by base I am following, because they are similar triangles, height by height. So MP by A dash B dash, okay, MP by A dash B dash, height by height, base by base. So MP by height, base, PF, base, okay, by base, A dash F. Okay, so I got one equations. Let us use one more triangle. A dash B dash F, A dash B dash C, A dash B dash C, A B, directly we can write A B C. Okay, so height by height, A dash B dash A dash B dash by AB, okay, by AB, which is equivalent to height by height, A dash B dash by AB, A dash C by A dash C by AC. Okay, here from the first equation we can write like this: MP, is it visible downside? MP, yeah, it's okay. MP approximately equal to AB, MP equivalent to AB, so we can write AB by A dash B dash PF by A dash F. Let me write in a reverse: A dash B dash by A dash B dash by AB, A dash, reverse I am writing, A dash B dash by AB, which is equivalent to A dash F by PF is equation number 1. A dash B dash by AB, A dash B dash by AB. So from this 1 and 2, let me do fast now. So A dash F by PF, A dash C by AC. Use some sign convention values. A dash F, A dash F is this much, okay, this much. A dash F is PA dash minus PF, PA dash minus PA dash minus PF, PF is PF, you keep in mind as it is. A dash C, A dash C, we can write it as PC minus PA dash, PC minus PA dash. AC, AC nothing but PA minus PC, PA minus PC. Use the diagram carefully. PA dash, use the sign convention. PA dash is image distance, PA dash is image distance. Okay, so image is inverted, minus V. PF, PF is F, minus of minus F, because concave mirror. PF minus F. Use sign convention properly. PC, this actually this is P, okay, entire thing is a P. PC is minus R, minus of PA dash, PA dash, PA dash is minus V, minus of minus, okay, minus V, let me write PA minus U, because we are moving opposite to the incident light ray, minus U, PC minus of minus R, minus R. Use cross multiplication. Of course all are negative, both side cancelled out. Let me do fast. Minus V plus F by F minus R plus V by minus U plus R. Do some cross multiplications. Minus into minus U, see, UV minus UF minus RV plus RF is equals to minus into minus plus FR minus FV, FR, RF, FR cancelled. UV minus UF minus R is equals to, we know F is equals to R by 2, R is equals to 2F. So 2FV is equals to minus FV. UV, UF, FV. Divide the equation with UVF. UV by UVF, UF by UVF, FV by UVF. UV, UF, FV, FV. Now 1 by F minus 1 by V, 1 by U, 1 by F is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. Okay. So if you are interested for your subjective exam, you try to write these type of steps for your subjective exams. Okay, if you are only for entrance means just concentrate on final formula. Okay, so 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. Just I am following like NCERT way. Okay, I am extending steps for understanding point of view only. I can write directly formulas. So I told you already, if you prefer for entrance means you can remember the formula directly. 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. What is u? U is the objective distance, v is the image distance. Okay, so if I extend, I will get some magnifications. That magnification we will see in the next sessions. So see the derivations, and here I taken p, actually I have take p dash p. If I draw the normal for this axis, almost this small gap I am neglecting, so I will get some proper triangle shape. Take this one. Take this. So almost what I covered, just I given the introduction of spherical mirror and when does it produces a virtual image. Okay, only one situation spherical mirror produces a virtual image, means concave spherical mirror produces virtual image. Okay, if you use convex spherical mirror, convex mirror always produces a virtual image. Okay, and see, we know the sign conventions. What are the sign conventions? All the distances are measured from pole. Radius of curvature for concave mirror is negative, focal length also negative, for convex positive. Distances measured in the direction of light rays are positive, opposite to the light rays are negative. Here I am using sign convention P A dash. P A dash, I am moving from pole, but image is inverted. I told you already, heights above principal axis are positive, heights below principal axis are negative. Upward heights are positive, downward heights I taken negative. Okay, so these are some sign conventions. Next, by using this, let me define magnification. Okay, magnification for a spherical mirror. So that we will see magnification, and next I will continue. If object will move towards the spherical mirror, then how to find out the speed of the image, speed of the image with respect to mirror. Anyhow, I solved already. If object will move towards a plane mirror, I calculated velocity of speed of the image with respect to plane mirror, speed of the image with respect to object also calculated. So same type of questions I am going to extend in spherical mirror problems. Okay, if the object moves along the principal axis, we are going to get one formula. If object moves perpendicular to the principal axis, we will get one formula. That formula is based on some magnification. Generally, for a plane mirror, magnification is equal to 1. Okay, why? Because distance of object, distance of images are same. Generally, magnification means it is the ratio of distance of image to the distance of object, or height of image to the height of object. In a plane mirror, height of object, height of images are, in a plane mirror, height of object, height of images are same. If you stand in front of a plane mirror, whatever the height you are having, same height you are going to see in the mirror. So in a plane mirror, height of object, height of images are same, distance of object, distance of image also same. That's why plane mirror, magnification for a plane mirror is 1. But if we come to the spherical mirror, magnification is different. Formulas are same. It is magnification nothing but ratio of height of image to the height of object. Otherwise, distance of image to the distance of object. So those type of things I will continue in the next session. Okay, thank you.